It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the reigning NFC champs and the Bengals. All that and more coming up next.
We're in a city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. With Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. Happy to welcome you to week 2 of 3 here in the preseason. And this is the week, Brock, where a lot of players, they're not just fighting their opponents out there anymore, but they're fighting each other for the roster spots remaining as we look ahead to the final week of the preseason.
Yeah, that's well said, Kate. And every coach will say the same thing across all 32 teams. Don't count numbers.
Yeah.
Don't look around the room.
Yeah.
Don't look at anybody else. Just worry about doing your job. But when you're outside the top 40 or so, you know it. You know you're on the bubble, and your performance in this game really matters.
We're just seconds away from getting this one started. And away we go in Cincinnati. Mecole Hardman now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, timing, Kate, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
Right to the air, Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
That throw finds Jamar Chase. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
He's on the move. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up. Second down now, 7 to go. Taylor again. And they bring him down around the 34. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 27. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. To return, here's Raheem Mostert. This return makes it up to the 25. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden's a... We've seen to Lamar Jackson. While there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. Can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And the Bengals are too much. They take it down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
That's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3-and-out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
The Commanders ready for the punt. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And it'll be Bengals football. They're set up at the 35 now. 1st down, Burrow to throw. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd down carry for Taylor. And they had that one contained right at the line. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. 3rd and short, it's Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. Still going past the 40. And they'll finally get him at the 35-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down. They're set up at the 35 now. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. From the gun, Taylor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
On target to his man Taylor. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their second drive. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Here's a give up the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
So the officials are officially on board tonight. For the first time, a flag flies. Somebody moved early. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They'll run here following the penalty. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here we go, second and very long. Complete, it's McLaurin. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, Daniels. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down. From the gun, it's Daniels. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He's got it deep downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece, and he was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
Going jumbo set on this first and goal. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. They'll try and punch it in. Is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Matt Gay on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders tie this game 7-7. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Hardman with a return. He takes a pop and the ball comes out. And they dodge a turnover there on the return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. On first down, here's Burrow. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be second down.
Here we go. 11 empty.
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Drive in dire straits, it's 3rd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He has the first over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Taylor now up the middle. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Burrow from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Working inside the red zone. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Burrow out of the shotgun. Nabbed along the sideline by Higgins. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. We're all set to bring you the second quarter. The Bengals well within striking distance. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Pass caught along the sideline by Gesicki. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Taylor. And he's brought down for a loss.
Situational football. Looking at 1st and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
Another shot for Taylor. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. It's a gain of 3. That leaves him only a yard shy on 3rd and goal.
11 Thomas.
Running with Taylor. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bengals take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Mostert on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Commanders and Terry McLaurin are ready for another look on offense. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Daniels. Short pass brought in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. First down, ball at the 36. They'll run it from the gun. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Kenny Moore there to make the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 39. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Running it now out of the gun. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
He gets this one to McLaurin. He's got a gain of 6 there. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down. 3rd and just 2 to go. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Well, I think they would have been happy just getting a new set of downs, Brock. Instead, he hits a home run.
And you know this, Kate. I love run plays on this down and distance because you usually get man-to-man. And what happens with man-to-man, those guys turn their backs. And if you get a lane, you get a shot, big plays can follow.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Commanders tie things up at 14. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Hardman with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bengals have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Burrow. On the move, headed right. He can run it. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, To play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
Here we go. 12.
Running right, this is Taylor. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
From the 47. Completes this one to Chase. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Now they send their back in motion right. Throwing is Burrow. This one finds Taylor. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Bengals. Man in motion out of the slot. Defense showing blitz. Burrow. This throw is caught. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take a second quarter lead. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Mostert on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now comes the Commander offense for another series. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Pickup of 5 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Thrown back, gets the handoff. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
This one taken in by Kraft. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Gay with the point after. And the Commanders tie this game at 21. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Hardman with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And we've seen some matching touchdowns as of late, so the scoring coming at a good clip, Brock. Let's see if they can keep this up.
You know what's fun, Kate? After all of these years, I have...
A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders take over. Not an interception by the reigning Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh, he was looking, Kate. He was trying to find a lane, but just simply nowhere to go. I don't think he'll be too heartbroken heading to the sidelines, though. He still made the play, took the ball away, got his defense off the field, and now sets his offense up for success.
The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. Look at where they start with the football now.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. This is on target to Christian Watson. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Commanders driving. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Throwing now, Daniels. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Daniels. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders get some late points and the lead. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bengals and this running back headed back out for a new series. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked off.
They're kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
That's complete to Gesicki outright. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. The rookie from Ohio State takes it away. And he makes the house call. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. His return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Gun. Shot. 11, empty. 11. 12.
After the pick, here's Burrow again. Taylor makes the catch. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. Tight end in motion right. 2nd and 3. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Burrow from the gun. Pass taken in by Burton. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. Another try following the sack. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. Man, there's no way around this, Brock. They had that offense exactly where they wanted them, and the penalty gives them a whole lot more breathing room.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the late, great Dennis Green. He said it perfectly. We had him right where we wanted, and we let him off the hook.
And they bring him down around the 34. 2nd and 3 now. Burrow out of the shotgun. Caught by Burton. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. Butker knocks it through. And that'll get him back to 11. Well, that brings us to the midway point of this one. The Commanders enjoying a nice little lead here on the road. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in just a moment. Want to remind everyone, this is week 2 of the preseason. These two teams will have one more tune-up after this next week, before the regular season gets started on the Thursday following Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Roster spots are going to be won or lost.
So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And they'll enter the final week of the preseason with a little momentum thanks to this victory. Ahead of that last tune-up before the games start to count. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders as we say so long from Cincinnati.